Hey guys, what's up? It is Keita. This is my testimony number 4, I believe. I could be miscounting, but just got off of work and I want to congratulate myself. Y'all see my testimony about basically overcoming ADHD. I really believe I had it my whole entire life. And learning about this now is like, it makes you cry for your younger self because you're like, hold on, this is what was wrong with me all this time. Y'all know I found out about narcissistic of ABUSE in my, I believe 40 is when I was exposed to that and learned what that was. And now I'm just really realizing and finding out and understanding that I basically dealt with ADHD basically my whole life. I'll get into more of it, but today I feel kind of accomplished. Let me tell you some crazy stuff, right? For me, emails make me so overwhelmed. Y'all already know I told y'all because of the consequences, I had to pay my apartment complex an extra $70 this month that I do not have. I just paid a big light bill today, and all my cards are almost to the limit, so I had to put a portion of the light bill on over 4 different cards. I feel like I'm sinking. But I guess eventually I will hit the bottom because this is not going to last like this. But that was kind of making me anxious all during work. Usually after work, this is on a different channel. On my other channel, I vlog my life. I go to the park. When I get off of work, I go through a thing because I don't want to work. I'm tired of working to live and living to work and not having a dime. Not even a dime. I'm always in the negative. So I feel like I work for no reason, right? So when I do get off of work, which is the aggravating part of my life, because I want to be an artist, the artist that I am, but I'm too busy trying to survive that I can't get to my artwork or my graphic design, right? Cannot stand that. But when I finally get off of work, my highlight of my day is coming to the park. I'm at the park currently. I go walking, I stretch, and I just decompress from the day. Well, I want to feel free after I get off work, but I made myself tackle some of that to-do list. So like I said, emails make me so overwhelmed. Checking regular mail makes me so overwhelmed. It's nothing but a bunch of, in the mail, I'm going to get my medical bills that definitely I cannot pay. I don't have $4,000. I almost was unalive earlier this year. I survived ketoacidosis. That is a testimony in itself, but I don't have the money to pay that bill. So the mail causes me anxiety and anxiousness. I get so overwhelmed when I get mail. And then emails cause me so much anxiety and anxiousness because there's so much of it. There's so much spam. And to find your actual real emails, like, you got to dig and search the stuff that you really need to be important stuff. You can't even find it because there's so much spam and crap. And another thing, when the phone rings, that completely makes me, when I had T-Mobile, I wanted to crush my phone in my hand because it made me so overwhelmed. It's nothing but bill collectors trying to collect what I don't have. I don't know why I owe so freaking much for what. And then you have all these spam callers, and it's so aggravating. It just feels like at the end of an email, a voice call, or a actual mail, letter mail, it's always some bad news. So it makes me overwhelmed and anxious, and I cannot stand dealing with these things. So because I have this issue, I tend to put them off. And I understand now this is why this creates this big challenge in my life, right? It creates big problems because I'm not chipping away at the endless things as they come. I'm kind of letting, because if you do, you're going to do nothing but your to-do list, your whole life, your whole existing. All you're doing is a to-do darn list that's never done. All you're doing is working to not even survive. So that's another reason as to why I try to push those things out, because I'm trying to clear a little space in my life for me to live. And I want to be in my purpose. And you don't just fall into your purpose. You have to work at it. But there's literally no time outside of just trying to survive for me to live in my purpose. So it's like, that's why I try to push them to the side, like literally. And it always comes back and bites me, just like I should have been fooling with this recertification for the apartment rather than living my life. I should have been, and then I would have had $70 more. But then what I said today, I ain't never got no money anyway. So what is $70 more? $70 more that I wouldn't have had in the first place. You take steps forward, which I cleared out my storage, got rid of a $200 a month bill just to accumulate a $70 late fee. So addition, and you gotta subtract. So it's like I ain't never had no money. And at this point in my life, so I really just want my life. I just want my time. But those things make me so anxious, so overwhelmed. But I actually, before I headed to do anything, before I even did this video, this is so not me. I would have done the video first because the video brings pleasure. The to-do list brings discomfort, right? So I would have did a video first, but I did that first. I checked my emails. I scrolled all the way through my emails back to Monday, the last time I checked it. Never do that. Oh my gosh. And then I actually heard Introverted Rockstar say that. He said that emails make him nervous too. I never knew anybody. That's why it's good for us to talk, for us to chat, not keep everything to yourself, because then you realize somebody else is going through what you're going through. Reason why I talk about on my other channel being a prison wife, because I literally thought I was the only oddball out that was in a situation like that. Not to know that there's a whole, if you go search prison wives, there are so many, and this affects so many people around this country, or really around the world. So I was not alone, though I was made to feel alone. So we should share our testimonies. Shout out to Wisdom Speaks Truth. She is who is encouraging me to share my testimony, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I really need to draw her as a Project Reach the World, but I want to do a video as well as how that ADHD affects my artwork. Girl, it is so hard to stay on a picture longer than a few moments. If I can't draw this picture and finish it in an hour, girl, I'll never come back to it. Unless, that stimulant, unless there's some big deadline or there's some outcome that I truly, truly desire, then I'll do it. Or like when a concert was coming and the concert's tomorrow, I gotta finish it, So this has affected me pretty much my entire life. And it's like when you look back over your life and you're like, wow, my life could have been easier if somebody just figured this out. We probably could have got to answers before now. I probably could have been so far more far along in my life. You know, I do have my other disabilities that were trying to hold me back, but could have been a couple steps ahead from where I am. But yeah, so I want to give myself some applause. I did it. I did the hard stuff first. I did not do the pleasurable stuff and push that to the side. So I'm going to clap for myself there. All right, guys, in my next video is going to do another testimony. I will talk to you guys later.